Welcome to the podcast. Today we're diving into a story of remarkable transformation in Pakistan's banking sector, focusing on the National Bank of Pakistan's outstanding performance in H1 2025.
Absolutely. It's pretty incredible how a legacy issue turned into such a high-flying comeback story.
Right. So let's kick it off with the headline, a 74.1% total shareholder return in the first half of 2025. I mean, that's not just performance. It's a market-shattering turnaround.
Exactly. That's huge. And remember, all this emerged after a decade-long legal saga over a pension liability, right?
Oh, definitely. That pension litigation that was finally resolved in June 2024, the moment when they unlocked the value that's been pressed down for years.
Right, that's the game changer. Before that resolution, the bank was carrying this heavy cloud of uncertainty, right? Unquantified liabilities, suppressed stock prices, no dividends.
Exactly. It's like, imagine carrying a weight around for 10 years that you can never shrug off. Finally, they tossed it aside with a one-off charge of PKR 68 billion.
That's impressive. Now, post-resolution, clarity was restored and the market re-rated them. That resulted in dividends resuming and, well, shareholders finally got that redemption.
Yep. And what's more, this isn't just about the numbers. It's a testament to a fundamental operational turnaround. They actually re-established themselves as the undisputed leader in creating shareholder value in Pakistan's banking sector.
I find that interesting because, other banks might have similar issues but rarely achieve this kind of re-rating. What do you think made NBP so special?
It's their balance sheet, really. The so-called fortress balance sheet. With a capital adequacy ratio of 28.19%, which is more than double the 11.5% minimum. It really shows resilience.
Totally. Plus, they got that at a long-term credit rating, the highest rating possible. That's not something you see every day.
Right? And also capturing a 10.8% deposit market share across over 1,500 domestic branches. It's like they've built an empire, solidifying a dominant market position.
Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about their growth strategy. They laid out what they call a 3-pillar growth engine.
Right? So these pillars are digital transformation, financial inclusion, and capturing the high-growth Islamic banking market, aptly named Itamad Islamic Banking.
Right, yes indeed. And the digital transformation aspect is really fascinating. Modernizing core systems, enhancing their digital app, it's like they're aiming to be the most tech-enabled, customer-centric bank in the future.
Exactly. It's like retooling an old machine into a cutting-edge performance engine. Once you remove the legacy issues, the bank can truly innovate.
Yeah, makes sense. But do you think the swift absorption of that PKR 68B charge might have masked some underlying risks?
Well, I get the concern, but from what we see, it was more of a value unlock than a risk. It's like they essentially paved the way for a complete operational turnaround, reassuring the market with that fortress balance sheet.
I see your point, but isn't there still some question on whether such a turnaround is sustainable?
That's a good question. And I'd say sustainability now hinges on their strategic vision. With a clear roadmap in modernizing core banking, deepening financial inclusion, and expanding Islamic banking, they're positioning themselves for long-term, sustainable growth.
And let's not forget the external economic factors. Pakistan's economy itself is showing signs of stabilization with falling inflation and easing interest rates.
Precisely, which further creates a supportive backdrop for the entire banking sector. When the economy eases, banks like NBP can capitalize on lower borrowing costs and higher investment efficiencies.
It's like a double win. The internal transformation meets favorable economic wins.
Right? It's like catching the perfect wave. You have the bank's own overhaul, and then the external environment rides along to boost their performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like how this story ties together clear value realization with strategic initiatives. It's a deep value investment as much as an income and strength play, isn't it?
Yep, and that's the essence of the investment thesis. Deep value because of the significant discount relative to peers. Clear growth due to their multi-pronged strategy in SME, Islamic, and digital banking. And then income and strength because they've returned to a high-yield dividend policy and have that robust balance sheet.
Spot on. What I find really neat is how these strategic pillars aren't just buzzwords. They're actually embedded in the bank's operational reforms. I mean, converting over 100 branches to Islamic banking in 2025 alone shows real commitment.
Absolutely. It's like they're not just playing catch-up. They're leading the pack by proactively capturing growth in emerging sectors.
And that digital transformation, it really signals readiness for the future. Enhancing the digital app just makes the bank more accessible and modern.
Yeah. Digitalization now is central to financial services globally, and NBP is clearly leveraging that to enhance customer experience and operational efficiency.
Yes, indeed. Now, looking at the big picture, while the headline performance is certainly impressive, do you think there are any potential challenges that NBP might face moving forward?
Well, as with any turnaround of this magnitude, there's always some level of operational risk and execution risk. But honestly, their strong capital base and strategic clarity seem to mitigate that quite well.
That's true. Also, the favorable external environment definitely plays a role. The easing of policy rates by the State Bank of Pakistan due to falling inflation creates an enabling context.
Right you are. It's a perfect storm of internal reformation meeting external economic support. Even if there are bumps ahead, their foundation appears resilient enough to weather them.
And if we look at the picture overall, it's one of transformation. From decades of uncertainty and suspended dividends to solid dividends, stability, and a clear growth path.
Precisely. It's two sides of the same coin. Deep value unlocked through the resolution of legacy issues, paired with a forward-looking strategy that's bound to create further shareholder returns.
Yep, that sums it up nicely. You know, sometimes I wonder if this kind of turnaround could be replicated in other sectors, or even if other banks could learn a thing or two from NBP's playbook.
That's a interesting point. I mean, not every bank has the depth of legacy issues or the capacity to execute such a drastic transformation. But it does set a benchmark, you know?
That's true. And I guess investors will be watching closely. A bank that can do all this not just boosts its stock, I mean, it redefines shareholder value creation.
Exactly. For investors, it's like a robust case of deep value meeting sustainable expansion. Definitely an enticing prospect in a challenging market environment.
Absolutely. So, to wrap it up, NBP's story in H1 2025 is one of resilience, transformation, and strategic clarity. A classic turnaround that's backed by solid numbers and a forward-thinking blueprint.
Yep, it's really a blueprint for reviving shareholder value, resolving old issues through bold moves and smart strategy. It's the kind of story that makes you take another look at what's possible in the financial world.
Right, indeed. I'm definitely walking away inspired by their journey. Thanks for this. It's been an insightful chat about a truly unique transformation.
Thanks for tuning in, and here's to more stories of transformation and breakthrough in global finance.